Hello, my wonderful challengers. Welcome to your third day of your forearm stand challenge. Hopefully you've gone through at least day 1 and day 2 and you are about to work on day 3. I just wanted to share with you guys a few more stretches for you to do in and around this challenge. So whether you're doing it before the challenge or after the challenge, or maybe you have to stop between exercises and do it in the middle of your challenge. But whenever you're doing them, I want you to do these exercises, or these warm-ups, or stretches should I say, at least once a day for the duration of your challenge, okay? So obviously it's day 3, so you can't do them in the past, but you're gonna start doing them moving forward, and you're gonna do them for a few days following the challenge as well. So I want them for at least 3 days after, okay? So you're gonna start off with arm swings. So I'm literally just opening up my arms, and I'm tapping my back as I swing forward. Okay, so I'm opening up the shoulders, warming it up here. From here, I can bring the arms down, and I'm gonna rotate the shoulders back, rolling through, keeping my neck out of it. So try not to get like funky neck when you're doing it. Try to keep your neck relaxed. Do these about 6 times, and then I'm gonna switch directions. Thinking about staying nice and tall. I'm not leaning over. Okay, I've done that about 5 or 6 times. Then I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna circle my hands to the back now. Thinking about reaching as far back as I can make it. So I'm stretching out all that work, or I'm getting a little bit warmer for the work. From here I'm gonna switch directions, and I'm gonna come forward. Again, I'm standing nice and tall. My hips are nice and stable. I'm gonna do that 6 times again in both directions. From here, I'm gonna come up with the elbow. I'm gonna bring the hand in the middle of the back, like I'm patting myself in the back. And I'm gonna think about pushing my elbow out this way as I pull my hand in this way. Okay, so I'm gonna stand up nice and tall. I'm gonna inhale, and on the exhale, I'm gonna push my elbow into my hand. So I'm actively stretching out my shoulder here. I'm pushing, I'm pushing. So I'm gonna hold this for say 8 or 9 seconds, and then I'm gonna stop pushing into the hand, but I'm still gonna hold the position. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it now for about 20 seconds. So I engaged for 10, and I'm gonna hold it now for double that amount of time. So I did 10 seconds hold, now I'm doing 20 seconds relaxed. Okay, so after 20 seconds here, I can slowly bring the hand down. If I need to shake it out, I can shake it out. Now I'm gonna take the opposite hand again. I'm patting myself on the back. If you can't get this far down either, that's okay. Work with what you can do. If you're not actually patting yourself on the back, it's not a big deal. But you're focusing on getting the elbow up to the sky. So again, I'm pushing my elbow out this way as I pull my hand in this way. So I'm actively pulling with my right arm, or with this floppy arm over here, and I'm pushing my elbow out to the side. So I'm activating that shoulder, creating some active flexibility here, holding it for about 10 seconds. So let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to stop pushing into the hand with my shoulder, but I'm still going to maintain this position. Okay, so I've held it for 10 seconds, the hold, and then I'm just going to hold here and relax into it for double that amount of time, so 20 seconds. Thinking about standing nice and tall. I'm not leaning forward in this, my butt's not back. I'm keeping my chest nice and high. My shoulders are away from my ears. So I'm not up here with the shoulders. My shoulders are down and back. Okay, creating space between the shoulders and the ear. From here I can come down and I shake it out because my arms already feel like jello. From here I'm going to take that first arm, bring it across my chest, and I'm going to do palm up like I'm holding a bowl of soup. Okay, and as I do that, I'm pulling it in towards me, and you want to avoid having the shoulder up here by your face, okay? I want you to think about pulling that shoulder down and back, and if you're not sure if you're doing it right, exaggerate, put that shoulder up there, and then force it down. Okay, you should feel this all along the outside of the shoulder as I pull across the chest. You can if you don't feel enough. Think about drawing your arm back out this way as you pull in this way with the hand. So I'm using the opposition to create more resistance and more of a stretch. So we're all going to do that. You're going to inhale nice and deep, and you're going to exhale. Push your hand out this way as you pull in with this arm. You should really feel the stretch on the outside of this shoulder. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Just holding the position now. So I'm not necessarily pushing my hand out, but I'm still holding where I am. Shoulders are back and down. Again, I'm not lifting my shoulders up. Everything is nice and down. Holding for 10 more seconds. And when you're nice and good, you can relax that hand down. Shake it out if you need to. Whew. And then you're going to do the other side. So again, palm is up, bicep is across the chest, and I'm pushing my shoulder away from me. So my shoulders are not up, I'm pushing it down, creating space through my shoulders. From the back again, everything is not lifted, I'm pushing down. My palm is up, my arm is as straight as I can make it. I'm gonna push this hand this way as I pull back with this arm. When we're ready, we're gonna engage. So I'm pushing away with this arm, I'm pulling in with this arm. Standing up nice and tall, pulling for 6 more seconds. 3, 2, releasing now. So I'm not necessarily pushing my arm away or pulling in very tightly, but I'm holding the position and still feeling that stretch through my shoulder. Thinking about my shoulders rolling back and down, so I'm not coming up here and getting tight in my neck. I'm pushing down and still forcing the activation of this shoulder a little bit by pushing it down. Okay, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing from here. Good. So from here you can come back to arm swings a little bit just to shake out those shoulders. Good. From here we're going to come into forearm stretching. So we're doing forearm stands, and though it feels like you're getting it all in your shoulders, there is an aspect of this going into your forearms. So let's think about that. From here, you're going to think about taking your palms nice and wide, and I really hope my hands are not cut off by the camera here. I don't think they are. From here, you're going to press your palms nice and wide. So fingertips are thinking about making a straight line. As I push away, I pull my shoulders back and down. So again, I'm not up here in this turtleneck. I'm pulling them back and down, rolling away. I'm going to make a fist, and I'm going to tuck it under. Good. And from here, I'm going to press away again. So I'm thinking about pushing the walls away. So my arms are active, my forearms are active, and my palms are pulling back towards me. Make a fist, tuck it under. Good. Now we're going to do that one more time. Inhaling, palms up. Now you're going to really try and flatten out those hands as much as you can. Straighten the fingers, straighten the palms. Hands are together, fingers are together. And then you're going to make a fist and you're going to tuck it under. Good. From here, you're going to allow the hands to sweep back down. You're going to rotate those wrists all the way up. So you can bring the hands up as you do this. If you get confused with the up and down motion, okay, so my goal is for you to be going up and down with the arms. If this is too much, you can just stay here at shoulder height and you're rotating out. Then you're going to rotate in the other direction. Okay? If you're comfortable, you're rotating up, changing direction as you rotate down. Changing direction at the bottom as you rotate up. So if you're sweeping up and down, the rotation of your wrist changes as you go up and down. If you're not comfortable with the sweeping of the arms, because this can get confusing, you can stay right here, do about 5 in one direction, and then switch. Okay? So you're working with what works for you. If your coordination is not at 100% today, that's okay. Try it again tomorrow. From here, your wrists and your forearms should be on fire. You're going to come here now, so your hands are about shoulder distance. You're going to make a fist with all 10 fingers, and then you're going to start flicking the hands away. So as I flick, I'm focusing on all 10 fingers. I'm bringing the fists in, and then I'm really focusing on flicking the hands away. I'm like pretending there's water on your hands, and I'm flicking it off. I don't want it on there, okay? Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shaking it out. Very nice. From here, we're going to do finger stretches. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of time. Well, not too much time, but it's a little bit. You'll see what I mean. Anyways, you're going to start with your dominant hand. So for me, that's my right hand. I'm going to place it palm up. I'm going to grab my pinky, and I'm going to pull back with my pinky. Now from this side, let's go this way. From this side, you're going to notice that my elbow is bent. I can do this from a straight arm. However, when I do this, I tend to feel it more in my bicep, but I want to feel it here in my forearm. So when you bend your arm, you disconnect from your bicep, and you end up feeling the stretch more in your forearm. So I'm going to let you decide where you want to be, but it is my hope that you keep a slight bend in the elbow. That way you're feeling it in the hand and through the forearm, not in your bicep. Okay? So I'm going to hold one finger at a time for about 10 seconds. When I'm done with that finger, I'm just going to switch to the other, and I'm going to pull down. Now if you're pulling and you start to feel a knuckle crack, if you need to, come back out, release that pressure, and then come back to the position. Focus on shoulders back and down. So I'm not up here, I'm down here. Again, I'm not up here, I'm down here, focusing on shoulders back and down. Once I've done that finger again, I move on to the next. So now we're on the middle finger. I am supporting the back of my finger, as you can see, with my thumb. So I'm not just pulling down at the finger, I'm supporting the top of the finger at the joint so that I don't pull too far, okay? So you want to be careful. Then I go to my index finger. Okay, from here, I should be feeling this in my hands, again, my forearms, perhaps near my elbow, but if my elbow is bent, I should not feel it any higher. Lastly, you're going to go for your thumb, but I want you to be super, super careful when you go for it, and you're going to pull so gently, even more gently than you did with the other fingers. Again, my elbow is still slightly bent, and I'm gently pushing back. I'm supporting my hand with the thumb still, so I'm supporting my wrist, and I'm not yanking back on the thumb. If you yank back too hard, you could break your own thumb, so let's not do that, okay? You're just gently stretching it out. From here, I'm going to release. I'm going to rotate that wrist, and just giving the hand and the forearm a different opposition. I'm going to flatten the back of my hand away from me, and I'm going to pull in. In this stretch, my forearm is as straight as I can make it, so I'm trying to straighten out this part here, and I'm pushing the back of my hand and my wrist away from me, focusing on pulling the palm towards me. Okay, so I should feel a nice big stretch over the top of the wrist. I'm pulling my shoulders back and down. I'm not lifting like a turtle, I'm pressing it down. Okay, you're going to hold this for about 10-15 seconds. You can release, roll it out. Now the other side, starting with the pinky, pushing forward. Again, focusing on a slight bend in your elbow. Okay, pulling back, but supporting the back of that finger with your thumb. Holding for about 10 seconds. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Switching the fingers, going to the ring finger. Again, if you have, apparently my ring finger really has crunchies in it. If you have any crunchies in it and it hurts to do this stretch, release, crack it out if you need to, and come back, okay? Holding for about 10 seconds. Shoulders back and down, standing nice and tall. Releasing and switching. So now we're on the middle finger. You may or may not feel this the most during the ring, middle, and index finger, because those are the fingers we tend to use the most when we're doing things. But if you feel it more in your pinky, that's okay. It's just, it happens to be where you carry the most tension in your hands. And it's just a matter of being aware of that and working it a little bit more. So if you have one finger, switching to your index. If there's one finger that's particularly tight, that just means there's a lot of tightness in your forearm and in your hands, and you just need to work on that. The more tight your forearms and hands are, the more wrist pain you're going to experience, as well as the more elbow pain you're going to experience, okay? And if you think about it, all your joints in your body are related. So if your wrists and your elbows start to go, your shoulders are next. From here, you're gonna grab the thumb, but you're gonna be super gentle, still bending that elbow, focus on supporting the back of the wrist with the thumb, and you are gently tugging back. Okay, I'm standing nice and tall for 3, 2, and 1. From here, I can slowly release, roll out my wrist, and I'm going to bring the front of my hand towards the front of the room. So I'm pressing the back of my hand away from me, stretching out that palm, straightening out my hand. The shoulders are back and down. Not letting my shoulders come up, I'm pulling them down, straightening it out. Holding for 5 more. 3, 2, and releasing. Good. So from here, if you need a few more, you can roll it out if you feel some extra crunchies. So far we've covered shoulders, we've covered wrists, and we've covered hands. So one other exercise or stretch that I want you to do to warm up the forearms, and that is your reverse prayer seal. So we've all seen a prayer seal this way, right? Palms are together, heels of the hands are together, and my elbows are out. They're in a straight line. We're going to try and do this reversed. So if you try this here, and you can't even get your palms together here, if you're out here, then this is probably a good enough stretch for you. You're just going to focus on coming here. And when you're here, your shoulders are back and down. I'm pressing my palms together. So as I press my palms together, I should feel the muscles in my lats. So these muscles back here, I should feel them activate as I press my palms together, okay? That's what you want to think about, pressing into the hands that way. If you don't feel any stretch in the forearms when you do this, you're going to reverse it, okay? So it's the same idea, just hands behind. I feel like you can't hear me when I talk to that wall. That's why I'm going to talk to you now and then turn around. Okay, so as my hands come behind, I bring my fingertips together first, and then I bring the heels of my hands together as much as I can. So it's like pinky finger connects first, then ring, then middle, index, and then thumb. From here, I want to focus on my shoulders staying back and down, so I'm not rounding out like this because it's really uncomfortable. I want to stay nice and open. And from this side, I want to keep my shoulders and my elbows in vertical alignment. Okay, so from here to here, I'm in a straight line. So straight line this way. What I don't want to see is elbows reaching back. So this is too far open. This is not open enough. Okay, I need it just down the middle. From here, I'm going to show you what the back looks like. Okay, and setting it up. When I start, I come here, I find my pinkies, and then I press my palms together. There are some days where I can't even get my fingers together and I'm out here. The point of this stretch is to focus on bringing thumbs together. So I'm trying to bring my thumbs together and press my palms together. So I'm trying to bring the heels of my hands together. Okay, it's natural that we be like this in reverse prayer seal because it's a very intense stretch, but you're trying to bring the heels of the hands together. Anyways, I hope that was helpful and that these stretches do you some good. I know these exercises are a little bit difficult, but you're halfway there. You only have 2 more days after today. So think about that. You're halfway there. You're so close, and you never know. On Sunday, you could be receiving a wicked free gift. So work hard. Please keep sharing because I'm loving everything I'm seeing, and have yourselves a lovely day. Message me or comment below if you have any questions or if something I said here did not make sense. And thank you so much for joining me. All right, thank you. Bye.